question 2. Okay. So let's just do it normally, right? Let's do it normally like you guys would have done, of course. And then x into x to the 4 is x cubed. X cubed times x is x to the 4 plus x cubed. Then you would have gone and subtracted. This part would have worked out fine. And then tell me what the issue is that we realized.
Different powers.
Different powers. So if you think about it in terms of back in primary school, you know, if you had 9.23 and you were minusing 0.1, there was no way you would write it like that, right? Because you know that's not right. You had to try to keep everything in line. Keep everything, much as you could, in line. See, that should be a 0. True? That's what you would have done back in primary school. So similar concept. You know that they're not the same. So they can't be under the same line. So then technically, what x cubed exists right here? What x cubed? Technically.
0.
Yes. 0x cubed technically exists, does it not? What's 0 times x cubed? Still 0. So once it's in line, you're able to subtract. But I'm going to show you guys what I wanted you to do. So if you ever realize a problem like this, that means you probably missed something. Let's go back. Until you're more confident, we can't do it like this. So we have to realize, oh yes, there's a missing term. So guess what you've got to do? You actually have to put in that missing term as a 0. So then that way, what's going to happen now? As you can obviously see, everything should fall in line. Any questions while I continue this? All right, any questions at this stage? Have a look at everything, please. Write it down if you're writing it down. Take a screenshot if you prefer. Any questions? Did I do it too fast? No? All right, can I go one more time? X into negative 2x. Can I go again? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yep. What would it be?
-2.
And then when you write it down here, so negative 2x. Now, do I have a last term? I don't. Still writing -2. You can't change that. That goes down here. What number's here, technically? Again.
0.
Yes, that's technically a 0. When I subtract, these two disappear as we know they're meant to. So then this actually becomes a positive 2.
Wait, Sam, what did you bring down there? -2.
This last one you're talking about?
Yeah.
Well, technically, I brought down what?
Oh, 0.
Yeah. So same as the beginning. It didn't exist. So what can I leave it as? I mean, surely you can't put it as anything else other than a 0. So same here. I brought down a 0 just so it's in line. Now look, only if you can see this. So only for those who feel super comfortable with this. If you wanted to, you can ignore the 0. So you would read it like this. And then what's this minus gone? And then what's negative and a -2? That becomes a +2. So you either see it, or if you don't see it and you feel more comfortable, just bring the +0 down. So the key thing for this question though, anyways, was just that one. That was more the problem. So is that a little bit more comfortable now for everybody? Jenna, what about you? What do you reckon? Make sense?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Let's try one more. Let me know if you guys were copying it down still or anything.
Wait, so Sam, what would you give it as to put it in the form of?
Okay, true. Sorry. Yep. You tell me. So now, what should this equal to? Just think about. Remember, John, just before you do it, always try to think about it. You're just doing this. So essentially, this times this plus this. Right? Maybe just memorize this formula. It's easier than trying to, think of it like that. But here we go. So, John, what do you reckon?
We would put x plus 1.
X plus 1
times your answer, x to the power 3 minus x. Yep. And then
plus any remaining.
Yep.
Must give you back to your original polynomial. Right? Since we're on this topic, we might as well use the proper words. So that polynomial is this one. If you want, John, at your own time, you can expand this. You will realize this will occur.
Yep.
Sounds good, but that's how we are going to eventually write them. This times this plus remaining. This times this plus any remaining.
Yep.
Cool. Okay. Paste. Oops. I don't know why I zoomed out. Sorry. Okay, and we'll go again. X plus 5 is what you're dividing by. X cubed plus 2x squared. And then again, what do you realize? As you're writing it, you'll be like, power of 3, power of 2. What do I write?
0x.
Yes, plus, always plus 0x. And then now, everything will be in line. All right, let's go do it. I'll give you guys maybe a minute to try it now. And then I'll get onto it as well. All right, let's try it. So x into x cubed, x squared, multiply, subtract.
Sam,
Yep.
I'm just gonna. You wrote x cubed. Oh, sorry, x squared. In that first line. Sorry. Yes.
Thanks. Did anyone get minus 83? Did I do a mistake?
Sam, I think I got plus 3x minus 15, so I think I might have done something wrong actually.
Oh, no,
I-
no. Wait, 5. 2 minus 5 is minus 3. Then I brought it up. Then I brought
Yeah.
this to I multiply, so minus 3x squared minus 15. These will cancel at 0, take away is 15. Then I brought the minus 8 down. It looks right.
Sam, I got that as well.
Yeah.
Your one, yeah.
Good.
Yeah, me too.
And we couldn't all make the same mistake. All right. So Anthony, where did you make the mistake? Maybe.
No, I just didn't write minus 3x in the third line. I wrote a
Okay.
positive 3.
Yep. Okay, that's one thing I realized with checking homework. Your one or two of you, I haven't marked it because somebody just sent it just a minute ago. But I realized you made very silly mistakes. It wasn't anything to do with the polynomials. It's more that you're relying on your head. And something like this, which is the front side of your brain right now, because it's new to you, so we're using the front side of our brain. If you do that and you're trying to do long-term memory things like adding, subtracting, multiplying, dividing, which is the backside of your brain, you are likely to make mistakes, right? It's a fact. So maybe some of you might have done, I don't know, let's say this was a 6 and this was a 3. You went 3x into 6x cubed, you wrote 3x squared. Whereas obviously that's meant to be 2. Now, I know we can call it a silly mistake, but it's a very avoidable mistake if you learn to just use your calculator regardless of how much you trust yourself. So 6 divided by 3 is 2, right? I know it's a silly mistake, but I tried to avoid these mistakes because I knew I would make them as well by just always using my calculator, learning to be super quick with my calculator. All right, I'll finish it off. Therefore, p of x, which is the polynomial, so p of x is this, which is the polynomial, it equals to x plus 5 multiplied by x squared minus 3x plus 15 and then minus 83. All right, any questions there?